following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have an exciting show for you guys today. I'm super excited. Our first guest is Claudia Christian. She's a phenomenal actress. She's been in everything that you've seen. She's worked with the biggest stars on the planet. And she's in one of my favorite feel-good movies. That's why I invited her on. I didn't even know she's done some of the things that she's done. But I'm super excited to have her coming on. And then we have Johnny Parati coming on, who plays Hammy in Clown Motel 1, 2, and 3. And he's just a really fun guy, so I think the whole show is going to be a lot of fun. But before we get started, let me say hi, first off, to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, how is everybody?
There you go.
I am so stressed. You know, the holidays are coming, and it's a lot of work. I started decorating the Christmas tree and the house for Christmas, and, you know, cleaning up the yard and doing all the stuff that I can do in between working.
Which looks like we have some big stuff getting ready to come up. I can't tell you what it is yet, but I got a meeting right after the show. So as soon as we can announce it, we'll announce it.
Shut your mouth. All the Italians learned years ago, centuries ago, that we don't tell people anything about what we want to happen because they give you la malocchio. La malocchio is the evil eye. And if you believe in that stuff, it may have some bearing. Because for thousands and thousands of years, the Italians have been doing this, which wards off the evil eye. So therefore, there must be something to it. So don't jinx yourself. I mean, the Jews believe in the Kinahara. They never tell you anything. If you ask a Jew how's business going, could be better.
Yeah, you're right.
And they're making millions of dollars. Could be better.
I love it. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We have a chat room. People are showing up. Hey, Lady Like Music, thanks so much for the promos. Stefan Bella's in there. Hub Reynolds Jr., happy first Thanksgiving as a married man, Hub. Congratulations tomorrow. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
our Thanksgiving, we're having a chicken. And it's Jimmy and I, because my daughters now are in Pennsylvania. They're coming in for Christmas. So Thanksgiving, so many people have invited us to their homes, and I had to say thank you, but no thank you, because we're having Thanksgiving with my daughters. And they say, how is that? I thought they weren't coming in. I said, well, they're not coming in. We're putting our laptop or whatever it is.
This computer that we use for the show.
On our dining room table. And they're going to eat the same time that we're going to eat.
And it's like FaceTime, so it'll be live, so we can talk to them while they're eating.
Right. So while we're eating, they're eating, and we're enjoying Thanksgiving with them. And that's the reason why I had to decline on the invitations we got, because I'm having dinner with my daughters.
It should be fun. Dawn Hinton just joined us. Hello, Dawn. Hope you're feeling better. I hope B. Claudia is okay. She hasn't been around too much lately. She has some health issues. So we're going to send out a happy get well to B. Claudia.
Everybody should be well.
That's right. We want everybody to be well. Oh, my gosh.
Exactly.
I just drank that lemonade and it got stuck in my throat.
Oh, I love
anyway,
that lemonade.
Yeah, you guys, I've been making my own lemonade. It's sugar-free lemonade, and it's really good. It's kind of tart because I like it tart, but we've been enjoying it as opposed to drinking other things.
And I'm kind of bummed out now because the chains broke on my star and my horn, And we brought the chains to be repaired, and the price was a joke. So I brought the chains home, and now I cannot find my star and my horn. It's somewhere in the house, but I don't know where. So I'm a little bummed out because I was going to put it on now, and now I don't have it on. And talk about superstition. I have had that horn on my body for the last 40 years or more, maybe 50 years. It's never come off me, not except sometimes when I shower. But, you get hung up on something and it really means something.
Yep. And I'll help look for it when the show is over.
I mean, I found the plastic bag with the chains in it, but I didn't find the horn and the star.
Yeah, I know we took those out.
And they're beautiful. They're all 18 karat gold with diamonds.
Here's the star.
That's the star.
I have one and he has one. Full of diamonds. It's fun.
So I'm upset about it. But, at my age, I lose everything. I never know where anything is. That's what happens when you're 40. 50?
55.
70. 75. How about 85?
There you go. 85. And they love our plaid today, which I was going to wear orange plaid, but since he's wearing orange plaid, I'm wearing
Well, it's
red.
Thanksgiving, and we're Easterners. So this is how Easterners dress on Thanksgiving. Plaid is the answer. This shirt doesn't photograph as beautiful as it is in person. In person, it's orange and green and pink and yellow. Oh, look, beautiful colors. You can't see it. And Jimmy's shirt, of course, the red is overwhelming.
I love red. Goes with my red glasses. Which, you guys, I have new glasses coming, so next week I'll probably have new ones. Because these are just readers, and I need to wear prescription ones since one of my eyes is worse than the other.
I don't like this light again. Look, I look dead.
No, you don't.
Watch, look.
No. So how do you want to change it? There,
I
let's
need
see.
more yellow, more flat. Ugh. Oh, that's good. Well, no. So then you take it away. We're losing our flesh tones. We're all bleached.
That's because we don't go in the sun.
No. This is not my color now. In person, look, I can see how dark I am. That's not me.
Well, that's the best you're going to get. I can go a little
That
bit more.
lightness makes you look old. Look up there. See how nice that looks?
I know, but it doesn't stay there. That's just
I
to get
know
it going.
that. I know that.
How's that?
No good. We got to throw that fucking light out.
No, that's
I
the
hate
best
it.
light that you can get. That's too dark.
No, I'm dead. I look corpsey.
Well, anyway.
Is there a new word? Corpsey.
Anyway.
Oh, look at that. Now I look like I got flour.
No, you look fine.
I was making pancakes and the farina hit me in the face, the flour.
No, they look fine. Anyway, real quick, you guys. For all you horror lovers, my book Screams for sale. How horror became Hollywood's most reliable money machine. If you want to make horror movies or if you like horror movies, this is the book for you. It talks all about the industry. It's super fun. It's available in Kindle, paperback, and hardback on Amazon right now.
You're putting out too many books.
I'm done. I have one more that I put out about Funko Pops, and I haven't written any other ones, so I have to start from scratch. But now I'm going to promote them all because now that I've got a library of things, and you can check out all the books by going to jimmystarauthor.com. There you go. But I do have a Funko Pop. My Funko Pops book is the first one I did is the best-selling book out of all the books that I've done. And now I did the sequel to it talking about grails and the most valuable Funko Pops.
So when are we going to work on my book?
You have to write it.
It's written.
I can put it out anytime once it's written.
I don't like the corrections that have been made.
Well, you have to fix them the way you like them.
Yeah, because
and then I can put it out. It takes me about 3 hours to put it out once you do it.
Because the corrections that you did on it, you made it out to be a Shakespearean play when it's just a funny little comedy movie.
So will you fix those things and we'll put it out and then we'll get it up. You can do it this weekend or next week during the week while I'm working.
Well, you're good at putting out. You've put out all your life.
Right. Anyway, what's up? Also, you guys, Ron's daughters have an Instagram called Magpie Sisters. Dawn said she won one of their raffles.
What?
Dawn said she won candles. They did like a giveaway on their Magpie Sisters. So follow them on Instagram. It's at Magpie, MAGPIE Sisters. I think there might be an underscore, but if you just stick in Magpie Sisters,
they're not charging money. They're just giving away as gifts?
No, they did a giveaway, like a contest, and Dawn won the contest. Dawn is in our chat room right now.
What'd she win?
Candlesticks, I think she said.
Oh, so they're giving them away.
Well, they gave one away. That's how you build a business. Anyway,
I wouldn't know. You know about giving away
yeah, right.
for free,
I don't give
putting
shit
out
away.
for free.
Yes.
You know how to do that.
Yeah, right.
I've never done that.
Yeah, never. Anyway.
I was always very expensive.
Yes, that's hilarious.
You know that.
And it's a Nest candle.
Wait a minute, I got to
Christmas
talk
candle.
about my lip.
Okay.
Why do I have, like, my lip is peeling over here, and it's driving me crazy. Anybody out there know why your lip peels? What am I lacking? I thought it was citrus, but I drink so much lemonade and orange. No,
Yeah, with fresh lemons too, so it's real
it can't be
citrusy.
citrus. What could it be? Maybe something from kissing my dog.
Oh, I don't know. The dog. He's
Well,
so
you know,
cute.
dogs have the worst bacteria in the world. When you let them lick you and kiss you, you're getting germs for days.
And we lick and kiss all the time. That's all he does.
No,
He's
sometimes,
sleeping though behind you. He's
You
just
shut up,
sleeping
don't
on the
wake him
couch.
up. Sometimes he kisses me and I don't move fast enough, and his tongue goes really in my mouth to my tongue. He likes to tongue kiss, the little pervert. But anyway, you have to be careful about it. You know, it's a bitch being old because you have so much work to do to get there. You know, getting to 85 years old wasn't easy. It was hours and hours and days and months and weeks and years of bullshit. So here we are with a peeled lip.
Okay. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. You can listen to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube if you want to watch the video, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, and Amazon Prime. And then we're on another like 150 platforms, but those are the biggest ones.
And my friends in New York that invited us for Thanksgiving, thank you very much. But if we came to your house, I would have gone to my daughter's house. Why would I, you know what I mean? So I still would not be able to go to your house for Thanksgiving. But I thank all of you.
Absolutely. You got to love it.
Because Thanksgiving is family time. And I think that Jimmy and I are all by ourselves alone, like little orphans of the storm. We're orphaned people.
We're not orphaned.
I know what it's like to be an orphan.
Yeah. Ron's just upset, you guys. This is literally
I am.
in his whole life. This is the first time he's not had Thanksgiving with his daughters in his whole life.
In my whole,
So he went
in
85
their
years,
in
and
their
in their whole
lives.
lives. So for 85 years he went without always having. Well, as long as they've
Well,
been
no,
alive.
I didn't know them when I was born. It's not.
As long as they've been alive.
Well, Leslie is 56. So 56 years. I have had my children at my table for 56 years. And I'm not, you could tell I'm not happy. I shouldn't even do the show today. I should just go like somewhere and hang myself.
Oh, don't be
Or
ridiculous.
shoot myself or slit my wrist.
Yeah, right.
Or do something dramatic. Maybe then they'll come home again.
They're not coming home.
That's a good way to get them here if I'm in the hospital dying.
No, yeah, right.
Then I
You
could,
got to let people know you're joking because
then I could
people
jump.
don't know that.
I could jump out of the bed with a turkey.
Yeah.
Out of the hospital bed, I could have a turkey underneath the sheets. And when my daughters come to see me because I'm ready to go to the next world, I jump up, I take the sheet off, go, surprise, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And there's the turkey.
Actually, now I forgot what I was going to say.
I would do anything to be with my daughters. I would give anything or be it. I love my children more than life itself. I've always loved my children. I tell a story when Leslie was born and I was in the hospital and they brought her to us, the wife and I held her in my arms. I don't know what happened, but an electrical bolt went through my body. And I suddenly had a high that I've never had in my life from anything. It was like I was in paradise. Maybe that's what heaven is. When you croak, you feel this feeling. But I just felt like she melted into my arms and that was it. And it's been that way all our lives. We're very close. My daughters are my friends as well as my daughters. And I love them to death. And I miss them terribly. Anyway, that's sad. Let's get up and make it fun show.
I know it's going to be a fun show. We're gonna
But
have
you know, life is not all fun. We all have our downs, right? People out there, don't we all have our ups and
Dawn
downs?
says it too. She lives in Bakersfield, California, and her daughter lives in Vermont,
Vermont.
so she doesn't get to see her.
Oh, you're going to see her daughter?
No, she's not seeing
You're
her. That's
not.
why she says she understands what you're saying.
Yeah, but were you as close with your daughter as I was with mine? Don't forget, my daughters lived with me all their lives, on and off, between boyfriends. Every time they got engaged or had a boyfriend, they all lived with the men. Then when they broke up, they came home. So my children have made our house,
She said yes. She only gets to see him twice a year. She's very close. They talk all the time.
no, twice a year is not close.
No, that's all they get. But it's expensive to go back and forth to Vermont.
Every morning is close.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that either. We talk once a week.
But when I live in Florida, I will see my daughters all summer long in Pennsylvania because Leslie's got a big house with 4 bedrooms, and you and I have a room of our own.
So you ready to go to our first guest?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's bring her on. Juan.
I guess she got bored to death with my conversation and left.
Hey, Claudia.
It was boring,
I
right?
thought I had no idea what sort of show I was on.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, you look fabulous.
I don't think so. After that introduction, I think she looks terrible.
Oh, yeah. So let's do
For a
it.
woman of what, 94,
Oh yeah, right.
who's had many facelifts,
Yeah.
she looks okay.
Actually, you don't look like you've aged a year since the
No.
first thing I saw you in, which is why I actually invited you to come on. I didn't even realize. I mean, I realized a lot of the things that you've been in, but I didn't realize how many things you've been in because my favorite. First, let me do an introduction. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, one of my favorite actresses. She's a director, she's a producer, she's an author, and a extremely well-known voice artist,
she's
Claudia Christian.
She's okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you like the type.
She doesn't know you, so she doesn't know you're joking.
Claudia, if you were not beautiful and if you were not fabulous looking, I would never tease you because I would insult you. But you know what? It's like telling Sophia Loren 30 years ago that she's ugly. She'd laugh right in your face. She'd say, "Yeah, I'm a stupid bastard." You know? But
I'm trying to
I
get.
love your work.
Uh-oh, why do we hear that? Why do we hear that?
I don't know. I'm
Because
trying to get my
If it
AirPods.
sounds good,
Hold on.
if it sounds good, say it twice.
Guys, I was trying to get my AirPods working, but there you go. Hello.
Can you hear
I
us?
heard the compliments and the insults. It's all good. Let's start over.
No,
How
they
are
weren't
you?
compliments. They were
They're
not.
all
They
compliments.
were not compliments. They were the truth.
God bless you.
Compliments.
How
don't
are you
go-
guys?
Compliments don't go far.
We are very good.
Interrupting? Are we doing that
No,
the whole show?
No. She asked a question. You're
You
not
big
hearing. You don't
mouth.
have your hearing aid.
I don't hear. I don't see. I'm dead. I'm blind.
Okay, Ron's 85. We fight a lot. That's just the way the show
We're
kind of
just
goes.
having a lot
We're
of
just
fun.
having fun. So it's normal. So don't get up because you don't really
And-
know
and
us like
listen,
everybody else.
Claudia, if I tease you, it's because I have good vibes about you. You know, we have guests on that I don't dare tease because they're nasty fucks. You know, they want to fight with you. And I don't like that. Oh, yeah, we've had some beauties on our show. One woman I
I
said,
can't tell anybody that.
one woman came on and I said, "You are so beautiful." She was outstandingly gorgeous. I mean, really beyond beautiful. Right, Jim?
Yeah, she got offended though.
And she got offended. And she said, "Please don't ever tell me I'm beautiful again because it offends the people who are not beautiful."
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. We're not going to do that.
And
We're
I
not gonna
said
do
to
that.
her, I said to her, "What are you now, 22, 23? When you're 85, we'll talk
He's
about
85.
we'll talk about beautiful because you're not going to get 85-year-old beautiful compliments anymore when you're an old lady. So enjoy it now."
You know, Ron, what the really scary thing is when you're, let's say you're 50 and you look really good for 50 and you say to people, "Well, ever since I turned 50," and they say, "Oh my goodness, you can't be 50, right?" But try it again 10 years later and then they don't say anything. You drop it and
No.
you say, "Well, when I turned 60," and they go, "Uh-huh."
That's
When,
hilarious.
when I was 20, very good-looking young man, I was very handsome, and people would say to me, "Ron, you're really good-looking." I would be modest and say, "Thank you." Then, when I was about 50, they'd say, "Ron, you're holding up well. You know, you look good for your
No.
age." Now that I'm 85, you know what they say? "You're still alive?"
You're still alive. No, but you know what the worst thing is, Ron, is when people say, you still look good. Why can't they just say, you look good? Why does
No,
the still
still.
have to be in? Or
Or boy,
you know,
or boy, oh
still
boy.
looking good, babe, or anything. Why can't they just say, you look good? Why do you have to preface it with or postmark
Because
it
they're
with
stupid.
for
You're
your
right.
age?
You're right.
I have people say,
You know,
I
just say,
mean, what do
Jimmy,
you
Ron,
know?
you look great.
No, we at a red carpet, okay? I have had this happen where I'm talking to somebody and somebody comes over to introduce me to the person. And they'll say, "Ron, I want you to meet Tony." And Tony, you should have seen him when he was young. He was so handsome.
Oh, I can't stand.
I love
know,
those. Don't you? I
No.
love
It's the worst. It's the worst. We shouldn't clarify or we should just say, you look great.
I
You know,
really
you've
That's
don't
seen
right.
care. I don't really
He doesn't care anymore anyway. He still
know,
works at 85. He's an
yeah.
actor. He still works.
As long as I could, I could be 90. I mean, I have so many of my coworkers are 90 today, you know, that I know, you know them
Yeah.
too. And they're still working. And all we say is, as long as we're healthy, we give a shit. We don't care about looks, as long as we're healthy. Because you could be gorgeous without your health. Forget about
You
it.
got nothing. You got nothing without your health. That's
I'm
the
happy
most
that
important
I'm still alive and kicking.
So we have a
But
chat.
anyway,
hang on.
I want to just tell you.
Oh,
I know,
oh
I
yeah,
know you.
Jimmy's still trying to introduce me.
No,
No, I introduced you.
He'll never talk on this show because he's boring.
No, he's not.
He's very boring.
Don't
But
do that.
anyway, I just want to tell you that your work is, I'd like to see you in a really good script. Let's put it that way. An outstanding script where you clean up. I think you could do it.
She already has.
I don't know about that. Not to my standard. You know,
Oh.
I'm not I'm in horror movies.
He doesn't know. She doesn't do horror movies.
I know. I'm not going there. See how you jumped the gun and you
Well,
make me
I
look
want
like
to
a
talk
jerk.
because we have chat rooms.
You're not allowed to talk on this.
Oh
show.
no. So Claudia, we have a chat room full of people. Please say hi to everybody in the chat room first of all. And then
Hi, everybody.
I want to go back to my story. So
Well, wait, can I finish that sentence that it sounded where you were going was wrong?
okay.
I said I don't like horror movies, and my next question was be to her, would you do horror movies?
She's
if you
done
had
one.
to?
She's done some, but not. She's not known for horror. She's known for sci-fi and
I know what
um,
she's known for.
and a lot of
Whatever
other
you
stuff.
see, I see.
no. 'Cause you didn't. I didn't even know you back when I started following her career. Like she's been. So how long have you actually been in Hollywood? I know you did your first thing as a teenager on Dallas. I read it online. I don't know if that's true or not, but I read online that your first big gig was Dallas as a teenager.
Yeah, and my first film was with Burt Lancaster and Mike Kirk Douglas. So I've worked with a lot of the older actors in my early stages as a teenager. Bob Hope, Don Amici, Frank Gorshin, Yvette Mimieux, Yvonne DiCarlo. I worked with Faye Dunaway, played her daughter.
Bob Hope, Jane Meadows,
You said
Frank
Bob Hope,
Gorshin. Oh,
didn't
did
you?
she say Bob Hope? Okay. I
Yeah,
wrote
I
it
did
down. A
that.
masterpiece of murder. A masterpiece of murder.
Yeah, and did Columbo. I did all the early stuff in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. I've had a 45-year career. And I've only done one horror film, actually, and that was a film called Maniac Cop 2. And that was quite a long time.
You've seen Maniac Cop 2. Lorene Landon is one of our dearest
Oh,
friends.
yeah, maybe that's right.
And she was in Lorene, and she's in Maniac Cop 2. And Robert Davi's been on the show like 5
Right,
times.
right.
And I knew Robert Zadar, and Angel Salazar's a friend, Hank Garrett's a friend, and Leo Rossi's a friend. And I've met Bruce Campbell, but I don't know him.
And you worked with half of my friend Bob Hope. And who else did she see?
So Ron was best friends with Jane Russell
Yeah.
back before she passed. As a matter of fact, she was at his house when she passed, and
No, she didn't
got
pass
sick.
in my house.
I know, but she got sick, and she left your house. She got sick, and she passed away.
Right. But
Um,
Jane and I were brother and sister. I took her last name. Because when I was 16 years old, I saw her in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and I fell madly in love with her, and I loved her forever. And then I had the good fortune to meet her, and we bonded immediately like we knew each other forever. And we traveled together. We stayed in each other's homes. We went shopping together. And she was just the nicest person to me, not to everyone. So that leads me to, who did you work with that wasn't so nice?
She's not going to tell you that.
I get in the back door. I sneak in all the time, Claudia.
I think that the people who I've worked with that haven't been nice have probably been gossiped enough about through their career. It's nothing obvious. The Robert Davies of the world, the Faye Dunaways, just people who
That's a pitch.
have reputation.
Faye Dunaway, she had to be a horror. Betty, I knew Betty.
No,
Davis.
but I believe in positivity. We're not here to disgrace people, are we? We're not here to gossip or
No, we're
conjecture.
not defacing people.
We're here. It's Thanksgiving. We should be
Yeah, but
celebrating
we have
life,
an
celebrating love.
audience. We have an audience that waits for this. They love it. They only tune in to hear it. So we please everybody. We ask kiss. We do nice. We do real. Betty Davis and I knew her well, and she did not. You couldn't mention Faye Dunaway's name because Betty Davis would light up a carton of cigarettes and go at you.
No, she has some funny bits on. She has some funny bits on a lot of the chat shows. Yes,
Yes.
I've seen them.
He watches. We like to watch all
And
that
also,
too.
a lot of people that we know worked with Faye, and they said impossible. Did
So-
you find that to be impossible to work with? That's not a negative. That's just a historical question.
She has problems. I mean, I think she's a deeply
Mean woman.
She said deeply disturbed.
it could be a sign of a mental issue. I don't know, but I do know that she's not normal in her behavior. I mean, when we say normal, kind.
Traditional. I've never
Yeah,
met
no,
her.
I spent a long time with her on that film, and she wasn't horrible to me, but she was horrible to the people around her. Yes.
Yeah, but
she
you
was
were
not
younger-
horrible.
You were younger than her and beautiful. And Faye doesn't like people younger than her and beautiful.
No,
So
they
I'm-
just
so I'm
dressed me
told,
in.
so I'm told.
Yeah, I just
She had
just had to wear
to give you some
dark-
kind of
dark-
hard time.
So wait a second. I want to go back to the beginning.
You may
'cause,
talk now.
because
You-
I
you're
want to
allowed.
talk because she's
Yes.
I'm the one who's the huge fan and seen everything. So first of all, I want to tell you. So the reason why when I saw you on Instagram and I started following you, which you guys can follow Claudia. She's at official Claudia Christian on Instagram. I have this feel good movie. It's a series of movies that I watch all the time whenever I just want to feel good. I'm a huge Treat Williams fan. He actually was coming on the show before he passed
died,
away,
yeah.
unfortunately. And so The Substitute 3 Winner Takes All is the first thing I had ever seen you in. And what made me a fan, and I know it's cheesy and it's, a cheesy action film or whatever, but I loved it so much. I
What
loved
film
you
was
in
it?
it. It's called The Substitute 3 Winner Takes All.
Did I see it?
I have no idea. This is like a while ago, but there's at least four of them that I've seen. I don't know if there's a fifth
Yeah.
one. The first one had Tom Berenger, and all the other ones had Treat Williams, and
Tom
I love them.
Berenger. Okay, let's
Hang on, we're talking about Treat Williams. Just let me talk. You sit and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, how was it doing the movie? Second of all, I know that you I know it's not like as prestigious as most of the other things that you've done that are really big budget, huge smash things and huge TV shows. But how was it working on the phone on that and being kind of like an action star? Because you were an action star then.
Oh no, that was an amazing film to work on. Treat Williams was just a doll, and James Black was so much fun. We were in Salt Lake City, Utah, with not a whole lot to do, so we got to know each other. This is back in the days when actors actually talked to each other and hung out on the set. And it was I just remember it being a hoot. I had to do a little fake sort of stripping girl. I went undercover as a kind of Hooters girl,
It was
which was
hilarious.
fun.
It
Yeah,
was
because she was
fabulous.
Yeah, she was this kick-ass, action chick, and she ex-military, and she ends up going undercover, very uncomfortable, as this Hooters girl with the falsies and the whole bit,
Did
doing
you,
a wet
You know
T-shirt
who you look
contest.
like?
wait,
Hey, I got to get it out. You know who you look like? A very
Who?
dear friend of ours, Judith Chapman.
she's not going to know Judith
You
Chapman.
don't know Judith Chapman, the soap opera star for her? Very
Let me
famous soap
see.
opera star. Judith.
I don't think they look anything alike.
Oh, I do think they look alike. Look
No
at them,
way.
especially with the glasses.
The glasses are the same, but other than that,
No,
they
but
don't
she
look anything
looks
like.
like-
Wait, I want to go back.
They're
So
both
you're like
very-
interrupting. Don't interrupt.
They're both very beautiful women.
So did you do your own, stunts in action? Like, did you actually do it, or did somebody come in and like do the fighting stuff for
They're
you?
pretty.
She's gorgeous.
I did the boxing and the finger breaking and all of that stuff. So yes, I did. There wasn't, other than that, a lot of stuff that needed to be done. So
I
yeah,
absolutely loved it. I think everybody should watch it for a feel-good movie. You guys, it's not like an Academy Award movie. It's like a fun action movie. It's like watching the Karate. It's like watching the Karate Kid or something. That's just really feel good and fun. And I think,
you're like the governor.
and I think you guys will like it a lot.
It's like Gruesome,
It's a lot
the
of fun.
governor.
And also Richard Portnow plays the bad guy in it, who he was one of the very first guests on this show 18 years ago.
he's lovely. Yeah, he was
He's
great in
lovely. Yes, and he's plays the bad guy, and he's also, like you, he's had a phenomenal career in lots of different things. I think you're probably best known, I think, and I could be wrong, I'm going to guess that you're probably best known for Babylon 5, sci-fi type stuff. Like when you
I
go
love
to
that.
when you go to conventions,
it.
is that what kind of like is the biggest thing that draws people besides your voice acting work?
Well, I think to answer your question about conventions, it's a combination of the Disney film that I did, Babylon 5 for sure, which is really the only science fiction thing I ever did, and definitely my voiceover career. I'm currently the lead baddie in World of Warcraft, and I've been in dozens of the top video games in the world. So people do that resonates with fans. And also, believe it or not, the anime series that I do on Netflix, Blood of Zeus and Dota, are popular with genre fans. So all of that encompasses genre. You got fantasy, sci-fi, video games,
Love sci.
anime, and it's this genre fans can cross over. For instance, a Doctor Who fan might also like World of Warcraft, but it's kind of in that same world. So
Right.
when I go to a convention, I actually never know. A lot of them come up with the Helga Sinclair from Atlantis. They're Disney fans, or other people come up because they're huge Skyrim fans, and I played 13 characters in Skyrim. So you never know, and that's what is
How many
kind of the fun about it.
characters?
13.
I played
13
video
13
games.
characters in Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here's what. So I didn't really realize. So one of the first conventions I ever went to was about 20 years ago, and it was in Orlando. It was MegaCon or something, and I couldn't believe they had all kinds of voice actors who do like what you do in the anime and in the video games, and they had the biggest lines. And I wasn't even aware that was a thing, And they would have these huge lines. And then my business partner, I'm a publicist and a movie producer, and my business partner called me today, and she said, "Who's on the show?" And I said, "Claudia Christian," and she didn't really know your name. And then I said, "She does a bunch of video game stuff that I didn't know about until yesterday." And she says, "Which ones?" And I told her, and she was freaking out. She's like, she has 10 grandchildren. They all play the
Right.
video games. And she was like, "Oh my God, I want to like interview her." She's like, "Fantastic." So let's brag a little. And I didn't write everything down because I don't know what they are. But one thing is, I don't follow video games that much, except for he plays, what do you play?
Zelda.
He plays Zelda. But besides Zelda,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't really know. And but the video games that you are voicing characters in are so huge. Even people who don't know
Okay,
video games. Now, wait, I gotta finish.
get this in
World-
before you go there.
No, I gotta tell you.
Listen to me. Don't direct me. All right. You're not a director. You're only.
I know,
a
but you
co-
can't.
You're a co-
You're interrupting them.
I don't care. What I have to say is far more important than what you
No,
have to
it's
say.
not.
Everybody out there that's 65 and beyond, I suggest you get video games and play them. What they do for your mind is amazing. It stops Alzheimer's because you're training yourself to play that game. It's a wonderful thing. So thank you so much, Claudia, for doing video games for all of us old people.
Oh, well, it is nice to know that it's helping the neural pathways.
It helps
in-
no, it gives us concentration. Really,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Talk to doctors about it. So
No,
wonderful.
I
Out of all the
Yeah.
things you do, that's the most wonderful thing that you do.
So let's brag a
Thank you.
little. Here we got World of Warcraft, you guys, and she's done a bunch of World of Warcraft games: Final Fantasy, Warcraft, Rumble, Starfield, Diablo Immortal, Guild Wars 2, End of Dragons, Legends of Runeterra, Fallout 76, which Fallout's a huge TV show
Wow,
now.
that's some resume.
Call of Duty,
Woo.
Halo. I think Halo and World of Warcraft are probably the two biggest video games in the world.
No, Zelda is.
And then we also have StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, Darksiders 2. I don't know, but I knew Halo, Call of Duty, Fallout, World of Warcraft, and Final Fantasy as like those are like the biggest ones ever.
Final Fantasy is a tough one.
So how did you go from being acting in all these TV shows and movies? How did the whole like voice actor thing come about?
Well, I've always had a very deep voice, and I've always had a facility to do doing accents. So I did the Disney film, and I met somebody very, very early on in the video game world, and I did one of the first live action video games called Solar Eclipse. This was in the early 90s. It was a long time ago.
I know so.
Yeah, it was ages ago. A guy that I did it with, Gary Hudson, was in it, an actor, very nice guy. Anyway, from there, I just started getting video games early on, and I think that the success of Babylon 5 improved my sci-fi cred. And then the fact that I then starred in a Disney film also gave, a little bit of cred to my voiceover career. And, some people hired me because they liked my voice or they liked my performance in another video game. And other people hired me just because of the fact that they liked me in something else. So it's a very competitive field. I do most of the work I do now is on existing video games that I've already worked on. So it's breaking into new stuff is not as easy as it was in the 90s. It's a whole different game now. You have A-listers doing voiceovers, car campaigns. I was the voice of Jaguar for years, and now that would probably be virtually impossible because you have Kevin Costner doing car campaigns and Julia Roberts doing voiceover campaigns and George Clooney doing coffee.
I have a friend of mine who's a queen of voiceover. She does all the voiceover books.
Audiobooks. She does audiobooks.
Audiobooks, and she does some video games also. And you know what she said to me? Ron, that's my retirement. The money she's making, because it's what do you call it? You keep getting checks on that. You still get paid once, right?
Well, for
residuals, you get residuals.
No, you don't get residuals for games, and you do not get residual. You get residuals
one-time deal.
For series, you get it. Audiobooks, you do not get residuals. Video games, you do not get residuals. You get residuals for doing, let's say, like the Rugrats or the Simpsons.
Right.
Yes, we had E.G. Daily on the show a couple of times, and she does the Rugrats. You probably know her anyway.
But anyway, if you want to get good audiobooks, her name is Barbara Rosenblatt. Rosenblatt with one T. She did Barbara Streisand's life. I mean, she's a phenomenal voice. Like you. She enunciates as you do. That's what brought me to thinking of you. Barbara Rosenblatt, when she speaks, she has periods, question marks, and commas. And I think that's how you speak, because I'm listening. And I think that's why they hire you, because you don't mumble and you don't whisper. You are theater trained, I'm sure, because the last row hears you, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
And those are all the qualities about you. They just didn't hire you because your name fell on their desk. They know what they're doing.
Wait, do you still have to audition for video games?
Oh,
or
yes.
Ones that you've already done, or you still have to audition?
The competition.
Well, no. I mean, most people do have to. You do hundreds and hundreds of auditions, and you can book nothing. I mean, it's really a different business nowadays. It's very difficult. theatrically wise, you do all these self-tapes and just sort of throw them out into the ether and hope for the best. And with voiceovers, it's the same thing. It's a numbers game. You can do thousands of auditions and not book a thing. It's very, very different now. And of course, people are more sophisticated with the technology and they know how to use it better.
Yeah.
I'm really not committed to, I have a lot of different interests. So I'm still acting actively and I still do voiceovers actively, but I also write. And up until early this year, I ran my nonprofit, which I founded. I stepped down this year because donations had sort of dried up. We had a very rough year financially, so I stepped down. But I still coach people. I'm an addiction therapist, so there's a lot of things I do. So if I only did voiceovers, I would invest in the time and the energy to learn, especially how to do the best auditions in the world. But frankly, I have a beautiful setup. I do the audition, I send it in, and hope for the best. I don't. It's not my livelihood. Put it that way.
Right.
It's for me. It's icing on the cake, and it's a marvelous job. And I'm so grateful when I do get the voiceover work. But I'm sure there's other people out there that there are other people out there probably that are more sophisticated in their grasp of the technology to make their auditions sound and sparkle even more than mine. But or it could just be that that they want a different voice. But for whatever reason is. I certainly don't book all of the auditions that I send in. That's for damn sure.
Now, do you do audiobooks? That was my question.
Audiobooks are thankless work. I've done my own books. One of my books, Wolf's Empire, is 24 hours long of audio,
Wow.
and I played over 100 characters, from everything from the aliens to the Roman men. I played every character, and it took me 4 months to do that audiobook. And to me, it's thankless work. If it's my own book, of course, I'm going to narrate it. I will narrate my book. I had a book come out last week, The Mother Tree, and I will narrate that one. It's a children's book, and I narrated Babylon Confidential and Wolf's Empire. But as far as doing that as a job, no way. It's very difficult work. It's very boring. I
You're in
find it.
that booth for so many hours, that little booth you're
Well,
in.
it's not just that. You have to get every single. You try reading out loud for 4 hours straight, and tell me if you don't feel exhausted.
Oh no, absolutely.
Oh, I could
you're
talk-
doing characters as opposed, like if it's a straight read, it would be easier. But if you're actually playing all the characters in it, that's got to be a
I could
monster.
It's
talk-
still not easy. It's still not easy if it's a straight read. I've done straight reads. I used to do these mystery novels when I first started my voiceover career, and they were tedious beyond belief because it's one inflection, one word that you don't exactly enunciate. They catch everything, and you have to start over and get.
You gotta start over.
And it's you once again. Read out loud for as long as you can with every single word perfectly enunciated and every single notation and every punctuation perfectly, and tell me how far you get.
I would hate it. I
No,
would
but-
actually
You
hate
can
it.
do that tonight.
But my friend Barbara, when she speaks like I've never heard another human being speak like she does. Amazing. She's an amazing voice. And she's husky because she smokes. And I said, are you ever going to stop smoking? She said, Ron, I'll never get hired. I smoke because my voice is foggy. And she has this wonderful voice, and she plays every character. I mean, I really wish you would listen to one of her stories. They're wonderful.
So wait, I want to go back. Let's promote the books because we
Well,
have a lot.
I want to ask her. We have to get off business.
No, we don't
No,
have to
my
get off
audience is starting to say, Ron, get funny, get
No.
wild. Because they get bored with how much wonderful shit she
Treat
does.
was a treat.
Here's the question. Out of all the men you worked with, who was it that you had a crush on?
Oh boy, I would love to say that that I did have a crush. In the beginning, I was somewhat. I wouldn't. How do I put this? I worked with people like William Conrad and actors that maybe were a little bit dismissive or aggressive, and a lot of the old time actors that I worked with in the beginning, just even if I had thought that it would be exciting to work with them, they kind of blew that fantasy because of their
Got it.
personality or their rudeness. When I got older in life, I mean, I didn't develop a crush on, but I developed deep respect for people like Michael Keaton and Morgan Freeman because they were generous. They were the opposite of who I worked with in the beginning of my career. They were actually helpful. They guided me. They were complimentary. Not in a sexual way. They didn't sexualize the women on the set. They were the same off camera that they were on camera. So,
You're trying to get out of the question. You're not going to get away.
no, I'm getting.
Who was the
No,
guy?
I'm getting.
Listen, I was in a movie
I'm
with
getting to
Sophia.
the- I'm
I was in a movie with Sophia Loren when I was 19, and we got to know each other so well. And when the film was over, she kissed me on the cheek, and there was some lipstick there. When I got home, I ran from my mother's house to my aunt's house, where my mother was screaming, "Sophia Loren kissed me! Look!" And my mother said,
Yeah.
"You're going to wash your face?" I said, "Never, never." I was madly, and I'm a gay guy, madly, totally in love with this woman. She was the sweetest, the nicest, the kindest, the most beautiful woman. And I tell that story all the time. And you know what everybody says? Women say, "Oh, I would fall in love with her too, and I'm straight."
Yeah.
So you had to have been with somebody who you were in awe of, like Rod.
Well,
Hudson.
I was madly in love when I was a child with Humphrey Bogart, but I didn't know he was dead. And it wasn't until I wrote my third fan letter, and my mother finally took pity
So
on me.
he's dead.
Wait, listen, she wrote him a fan
And-
letter. She wrote 3 fan letters.
No, and by that time, my mom took pity on me, and she pulled me aside and said, "You know, with this letter, the reason why he's not responding is because he's dead." And I just I couldn't make that connection of saying this man who was so alive in the movies that I. So that's really the only person. I mean, honestly, I'm not being cagey. I've never worked with somebody and thought, "Oh, I want to sleep with that person," ever. I've never been on a set and said, "Wow, that guy's hot." I mean, there have been very attractive people. Mario Van Peebles was very attractive, and George Clooney, but I slept with them both, and it was kind of a downer after that. So, you know.
Well, we met Mario Van Peebles actually.
Last night we watched the Rock Hudson Festival on Turner Classic, and I knew Rock Hudson, and I was in a couple of things with him. And I said to Jimmy, "You know, I should have molested him when I had a chance."
Then you'd have a story. There you go.
I said, "How come I never thought that when I was with him?" You know, there were times he and I were in the same room alone. And how come I never came on to him? Because he was absolutely. Did you ever meet Rock?
No, I never met him.
He
but
was 6'4", magnificent.
So I want
I
to
think
brag
the
a
best-
little too. Go ahead. Finish your answer.
No, the Gary Cooper, I think, was the most. But I mean, he was long gone before I was.
Gary
yeah,
Cooper's my favorite. That's my
Oh,
club. Gary Cooper.
he was just beautiful, and of course, Cary Grant. How can you?
Yes.
How can you not?
That's
think he's
his.
just-
Cary Grant.
Oh,
Gary Cooper's mine.
I am Cary Grant from a different life. I knew Patricia Neal. Okay.
Oh, Patricia's great.
Yeah, Patricia Neal lived next. My friend was what's his name? That's the star guy. What was her name? Linda Sagan. Linda Sagan was still is my good friend. She lived next door to Patricia Neal. And I said, "I'm going to go knock on her door because I want to interview her." But so she said, "I don't think she's going to open the door." I said, "She will." So I knocked on the door and I introduced myself and I said, "I want to talk to you about the love affair of your life." And she just smiled and grinned. And she said, "Well, come on in." So I went into the foyer, and from the foyer on, there was a round table with a big picture of Cary Grant, of Gary Cooper. And I said to her, I said, as we spoke, "So the romance was something else, huh?" She said, "What do you mean was?" It still is. She loved him till her dying day.
No.
It's a beautiful story.
Cary Grant, Gary Cooper, she loved him beyond belief. And he was a womanizer, and she put up with all that crap for 5 years. I love Patricia, and she was coming on my show, Set the Record Straight. And then I get a message, Miss Neal has passed away. Sad.
No.
She was a lovely, lovely.
Did you ever see her in the movie with Andy Griffith, A Face in the Crowd?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. My favorite movie is Fountainhead, where she's playing with Gary Cooper when they fell in love. And I know something that most people don't know. In the movie, she wore a chain with a pearl. He gave that to her. And
Sweet.
wardrobe said, no, it's not. We can't do it. She said, then I can't do the movie. I'm not finishing this film unless I can wear this all the time. She never took that. It was a very romantic love affair. I wish they would make a movie about it because it merits all the good stuff. I liked her a lot. I really liked her.
So I'm going to brag real quick for people tuning in, because this will, when we put this out again on YouTube and all the 160 platforms.
I was kidding about the men that I slept with.
Oh, no, but if in just to brag, you guys. First of all, some of the TV shows that you've seen her on, and most of these are huge. She's done at least one episode of all these different shows: Hacks, Matlock, Jake and the Fat Man, The Gary Shandling Show, The Highwayman, The New Love American Style, Quantum Leap, Hunter, The A-Team, Riptide, Falcon Crest, Dallas, T.J. Hooker, Webster, The Rookie, NCIS, The Mentalist, Castle, Criminal Minds, and Grimm. And then she's a regular on 911. You guys, she did a
No, recurring.
Okay, recurring.
I-
She did 18, which you're fabulous on that. That's something I do watch. It's a great show.
That's for 9 seasons. I played the captain of the LAPD on that show, but I'm not a series regular. I'm a recurring role. Got to get that.
Okay,
So-
recurring,
so
guys.
I'm addressing this to my audience. You have got to see her work at some point. I mean, the woman is incredible. I must have seen you in 1,000 things.
She's also worked with Morgan Freeman. I know we mentioned this, but I'm just
Morgan
mentioning it
Freeman.
again because I wrote down the ones who I know who they all are. Morgan Freeman, Michael Keaton, Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, Faye Dunaway, Bob Hope, Sharon Stone, Nicolas Cage, George Clooney, Don Amici, who I love Don Amici. And so let's talk a little bit about the difference being a recurring role on a TV series. First of all, how much different in your perspective, because we always ask everybody anyway, from being on TV compared to like doing a movie it's a lot more difficult, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Other people have said, at least, let's put it that way.
Well, the being a series regular is it's a grind, but you, of course, you weigh the benefits and the difficulty. So you say, okay, I have a regular great paycheck. I'm being paid very well, and I'm with a group of people that I enjoy. It's like a family, and you spend 16 hours a day with them, and you do that, and you can then have maybe a little bit of financial security and a good, a great credit under your belt. I've been a series regular 5-6 times. And they've been wonderful experiences. I also like being recurring or just a guest lead. When it comes to a movie, it's a very intense, intimate atmosphere. You're with the same people for 2-3 months, longer nowadays, and some of these big action shoots can go for a year. The Mission Impossibles and so forth. And there's a lot of sitting around when it's a big budget film.
Oh, is there ever?
A lot of sitting around, you can learn lots of languages in your trailer. But I find anything from being on stage to doing a guest lead to doing a tiny role to being a series regular, it's joyful. There's something about, I grew up in front of the camera and on stage. I mean, it's been my life since I was 5 years old when I did my first play. So for me, just the ability to act, to be part of a group of people that are collaborating to bring something to life is joyous. So it really doesn't matter what medium it's in. It of course it matters if if you're doing a series and you have a family and you never see them, like a lot of people in the crew and cast, crew members who they can barely do laundry on a Sunday. Nowadays, some of these series, they end up shooting on a Saturday as well.
Yes.
So it's a difficult job being a grip or a makeup artist on a hit TV series. It's really hard. It's long hours, and it's very hard to maintain a life, but they're committed to doing this. And I think it's a wonderful thing. I mean, I came to LA when I was 16, and by 18 I was a series regular, and it was incredible. I was doing Behringers with Sam Wanamaker, and Anita Morris played my mother, Yvette Mimieux was in that. Jack Scalia was in there. Ben Murphy. Yes. There were some marvelous. Cesar Romero played my grandfather. I mean, it was just a stellar cast. It took place in a New York department store, and I was 18 years old. You know, Jeff Conaway was my lover. I was playing the 30-year-old character, and it was just wonderful. Those are in the old days when we had Jean-Pierre Dorléac doing the costumes, and you had a proper designer, on set. And I think the guy who did the guy who
movies.
I was in a.
you would like this.
Hang on, let her finish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
You would like this because the makeup artist on that actually was Marilyn Monroe's makeup artist. That's how the 80s just was the very end of that golden period of movies, and the movie stars. I mean, these people, obviously he was very old at the time, but he said, "Oh yeah, I worked on Marilyn on 10 films," and I was like, "Oh my God," it was really quite something. But that's all gone now.
Yes.
A story about Marilyn Monroe from Jane Russell. When they were doing Gentlemen Blondes, excuse me, Marilyn would be late, of course, and then she'd go to makeup, and Jane would wait for her and get annoyed. And Jane would pass her dressing room and say, "Marilyn, come on, you've got 10 minutes." Marilyn washed off all the makeup that the makeup man put on, and there she sat putting on her own makeup. And Jane said it was phenomenal. She just changed. She could wash her face 10 times and reapply. And Jane said she was the most insecure person she had ever met, but lovely, very sweet, very kind. And Jane was very fond of her, extremely. They never were rivals. They never fought on the film like publicity did. And Jane said she felt sorry for Marilyn because she was abused and used. So Jane Russell, being a born-again Christian, said to Marilyn, "Come to my church. I think you can help. They can help you." And the next or 2 days later, Marilyn said to Jane said, "How did you like my church?" Marilyn said, "Oh, it's not for me, Jane. It's not for me." And Jane Russell found that interesting because she said to me, had Marilyn stayed with my church, they wouldn't have killed her. And I said, "They wouldn't have killed her?" She said, "Yes, the Kennedys. They would not have killed her." So Jane Russell was a firm believer that Marilyn was murdered way before the press got it. And now they talk about how she was murdered. Jane was a sharpshooter. She didn't bullshit or lie. She told it like it was. That's why people didn't like her. She was too honest. Can't be too honest. In our business, you can't be honest. But anyway, our audience loves little gossipy shit like that. We have, they love name dropping. We're on the air 14 years. 18 years.
18 years, and you still talk to them.
We didn't have a thing called podcast when we started the show. It was just an interview show on the radio, and then podcast developed, and we became podcasts. And
we're the number one podcast, I guess. Is that what we call? What do we call?
Celebrity interview podcasts. Yes.
Yeah, we're the number one, and we have 5 million viewers. So right now, 5 million people.
No, when that goes out in syndication, she has 5 million viewers. Not live, watching. Everybody's at work
you
right
have the
now.
voice of reason.
Yes.
Listen, I don't know. Listen,
He doesn't do the numbers.
I went on a movie set, okay? And I said to the director, "But where's the camera?" He said, "Up there." I said, "That's a security camera." He said, "No, that's the camera we're working with." I said, "You got to be kidding me." That's an 8mm Kodak. I'm used to the olden days. You know what it was like.
Yes, of course.
Cables were this big.
So how do you find the
cameras were
difference in that, though? How do you find?
Wait. The cameras were the size of taxi cabs of Volkswagen. It was exciting. I remember going on the set before they lit it. And suddenly when they lit it, oh my God, it was like I was right? I was in Wonderland. I couldn't work.
They used it when they had film. I remember talking about the old film days when they had on cheap projects like low budget films, they would run out of film and they'd use short ends. So they'd have all these little short ends and you'd have to stop the scene and then they'd have to rewire. And then back in the film days, they had hair lights eye lights. They had all these special things that would light your little lights that would go behind your hair and give you that glow.
That's
By
right.
all
They
the-
lit
Yes, and they would spend hours lighting these scenes.
hours,
And now it's like
hours.
let them look like yeah. It was a
Especially
completely
if you-
different era.
If you're playing a bad guy, it's not easy because you have to have your bad guy face.
Yes.
And you're like,
So I want to go
For
back
hours,
real quick.
for
Go back
hours.
real quick because earlier you mentioned the Disney film, and I didn't write the Disney film down, or I didn't know it was a Disney film. What is the Disney film that helped you career-wise as you were coming through the ranks?
Atlantis, The Lost Empire. That was in 2001, and James
Oh, that's
Garner.
an animated film, right? That's animated.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox plays the lead. James Garner, Cree Summer, Don Novello, Phil Morris, David Ogden Stiers was in it. John Mahoney, Jim
I
Varney.
actually saw it. I didn't know who all those people were in it, but I did actually see it. I collect action figures and toys, and so I always like to see the movies and check out all the toys of everything. So
Oh yeah, I'm a Happy Meal. I played Helga Sinclair, a Happy Meal figure. Yes.
do
and
you have a
recently-
pop? What is it called?
I am a Funko Pop. I'm a Funko Pop.
We're
Twice
who
Funko-
are you a
over.
Funko Pop
Funko
from?
Pop.
We are. Who are you a Funko
I'm a-
Pop for? Babylon 5?
World of Warcraft, Zalatath, and also Babylon 5, Susan Ivanova. Yes.
I love that. So I collect action. I mean, I have a very extensive collection. I'm matter of fact, I have a horror movie that I'm developing right now, and I've already made the action figures for it, like a 12.
Oh, that's great.
My pop, how do you Funko
Funko Pop.
My Funko Pop is funny. All it is black eyebrows and big hair.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's all
cute.
this white hair with black
Oh, I love that. So
eyebrows.
people want to get those signed, right? When you do conventions, they want to
Yes.
get those signed because I have a bunch of signed ones by real cool
Yeah.
people. That's fun. I'll have to go looking now on eBay for like your.
Do you
Funko
like
Pops.
going to those conventions?
I wouldn't like it if I was I don't think I would like it if I had to go, if it was sort of the way I made my living. But I do it very infrequently and usually in places that I want to go. So yes, I enjoy them. This last year I went to Poland and I went to Wales and they were fantastic. And then next year I'm doing Berlin in Germany, and I'm doing Vermont, which I love Vermont. So, you know, I go places that I enjoy, and I only do a couple of years. So yes, I do enjoy them. They're, you know, when you do them that infrequently, they're fun. If you had to do them every weekend, I would imagine that it would be a slog. You know, I see these people.
My
Yeah.
feelings were here in Palm Springs, where we live at the convention center. They had a big signing, and Jane Russell said, "Sit at my table with me to help me," because she didn't see too good. She had macula. And I was at Jane's table, and next to me was Tony Curtis and, you know, all the big stars. So it was very nice. And I felt bad for these people because they were spending $30 for an autograph.
Now it's more.
And Jane Russell was very kind because she'd say to them, "Wouldn't you like a photograph?" And she never charged extra for a photograph. She charged the same as a signature. And I thought that was very kind of her and loving, because she felt bad for the people also, because a lot of them didn't even look like they could afford $30. You know what I mean? Because you had to pay to get in. It was maybe $50 to get in. And then,
Yeah, but you have to realize that a lot of these people, they buy if like I get on average, I would say, let's say 30, 40 pieces of fan mail a week delivered to my PO box. And in it are requests for me to sign things. I know for a fact, because I've seen them on eBay, I know that people just resell them. So when you're at a convention, you personalize it, and it's the experience of meeting the celebrity.
Yes,
It's
I
not
agree.
so much
yeah, but the
because
people,
Hang on.
the people that we had
No,
at
it's-
the convention center, they were not selling this stuff. That you could see they were ordinary
No,
people.
we went to a movie premiere recently, and I saw a fan come up, and the star of the film was Richard Grieco, and they had a stack of pictures asking him to sign. You know they're going to sell them.
No, those people I wouldn't do.
I always get everything personalized for my collection, so I want it to be personalized, so I don't ever resell.
Yeah,
it.
but I think Ron, what I'm trying to tell you is that people go to these conventions. You might feel badly like they can't afford it, but this is what I've been doing conventions for 30 years. and I've had lots of chats with them. I at one point wanted to do a documentary on the
Oh,
fan.
that would be good.
Yeah, and they said it's the community, it's the experience of going there, it's getting away from their home. It's they plan for it, they save up for it, they know which conventions they want to go to, they see all their friends there,
Like a
and then the
vacation.
icing on the cake is spending that few minutes with the celebrity that they like. And also, a lot of them have really extensive collections that they don't want to buy it on eBay, or they want the personal connection of saying,
Absolutely.
she signed it right in front of me.
Yep.
And they will pay that. They'll pay $100 for William Shatner's autograph, even if he doesn't personalize and it doesn't make eye contact. They want it.
I love it.
And they're willing to pay for it.
Jane
You know,
could
that's-
never understand it. We talk about it. She'd say, Ron, why do people want this? This is stupid.
I understand.
I
it.
said, well, you're here, aren't you? She said, yeah, because my guy booked me here. And she never did it again. She did it only once. Linda Evans, also from Dynasty, we spoke about it. And Linda said, it's more money, she said.
We have 4 minutes, and I gotta
I'm
get in
sorry.
something else. First of all, though, I totally understand it. I being a collector, I totally understand it, and I love it. And now that I know
Yeah.
you back, I want to go. I will go. I won't buy autograph things on eBay, but I will buy just the actual Funko Pops so I can put them in my collection.
I have
Since you were on the show.
I have a collection of Jane Russell stuff. I have a bra she wore that she borrowed.
wow.
She borrowed from my daughter.
Of
I have
course.
Jane Russell did not eat in anyone's house with their silver. She carried her own fork and she traveled with her own pillow. So
Here's the
I have
fork.
her fork. I have the pillowcase. I have a pocketbook with Jane Russell on it with a smoky gun. And she said, Ron, you do like the naughty girls. Love you, Jane. So I have, but I'll never sell it. That's my stuff.
Yeah, I don't plan
Because-
on ever
because
selling.
I
mine
miss Jane Russell every day.
either. Okay, we have 3 minutes. Here's the question I like to ask
I miss
everybody:
her all.
bucket list. Bucket list. And you've worked with almost everybody, male and female actor that you have not had a chance to work with that you would like to work with, and they could be living or dead. And if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you have liked to have been
And
in?
if you don't say Ron Russell, I forgive you.
Oh gosh, that's so unfair. I mean, there are a million. I would have loved to work with Peter O'Toole.
Yes, good.
I would have loved to work with all the great Brits. Oh, geez.
Which you live in the UK half the year, right, or part of the year?
Yeah, I do. I do live in England, in London, yes, as well as Los Angeles. I would say that any film that that Robin Williams or Jim Carrey ever did, I would have liked to do. I'd like to do comedy more. Any of those wacky comedies or Eddie Murphy's roles.
I could see you doing that. Though.
Yeah,
You have a great smile and you have a great laugh, and so I could
But
see you doing that.
working with, we know all about Carrie. He was married to our friend,
Yeah, Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly.
We were really good friends with Lauren Holly's father before he passed
Right.
away, like last year.
So we know stories about him.
I loved him.
He was totally off the wall. You never
Fun.
knew.
Yeah, apparently, people aren't exactly like they see. That I remember meeting Steve Martin briefly. Well, I didn't meet him. I saw him in a record store and back when we used to have Blockbuster, and he was really subdued and he was speaking to the person working there, and I thought, we expect people to be like, hey, like they are on screen. They're not. In comedians, they're usually very introverted and quiet and shy, and they come alive when they're meant to be.
Oh, exactly.
I have a whole secret life where this is the professional Claudia, but
I
the
knew-
Claudia
I knew
that's
Jo- I
normal
knew-
is wacky.
We've had a lot of comedians come on the show that I thought would be great guests, and I don't book comedians anymore
No.
because they're really not good guests.
Joan Rivers was a friend of mine, and we did a thing at the Manhattan Center in
got
New
like
York
1
City.
minute, so go quick.
And Joan and I, the first time I met her, this is back 30 years or 40 years ago, and I expected Joan to be hilarious. She was the most serious woman I have ever met. I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely not funny, very smart. But when she went out on the stage, boy, oh boy, did she metamorphose into this outrageous star. So plenty of comedians want to do drama, because they're better dramatic actors and they are comedians. That we'll talk about the next time you come on our show.
So we
'Cause
want. We got.
I
like,
wish you
I like you.
So you guys, Claudia.
happy Thanksgiving.
You
I
can
really
follow
like
Claudia on Instagram at official Claudia Christian. You guys watch all of her stuff. She's a true talent. It's really an honor. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and have a
I
happy
hope-
Thanksgiving.
I hope you had a good time. We did.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thanksgiving
Thanks for
to
having
you
me.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
All right, you guys. We're gonna take a real.
She's really nice. I like her.
We're gonna do a quick music break, you guys. This is Roccolino. I'm Not Gay. Love Foundation. We played it last week, and you got a lot of response from it. And when we come back, we'll be on with Johnny Parati. So enjoy, everybody.
If I were gay, I wouldn't look at you like this. But everyone knows me. The story for the world. I'm not in withdrawal. My mother understood me. The heart has no expiration date. More than a little outlaw. I don't wanna play anymore. Love can hurt, and I really want to tell you 3 simple words. I'm not gay, but if I were, I'd tell you I'm not gay. I wouldn't lie to you, and if the world fell apart, I'd be there for you, and I'd fall in love with you, even if I were gay. Life is madness, but what can you do? One day you want to run away, let you go away. And this is the reality, I never ran away. The exceptionality, you never understood me. I don't wanna play anymore, love can hurt. And I really want to tell you 3 simple words. I'm not gay, but if I were, I'd tell you I'm not gay. I wouldn't lie to you, and if the world fell apart, I'd be there for you, and I'd fall in love with you, even if you were gay. I'm not gay, I tell you if you were gay. I'm not gay, but if I were, I'd tell you I'm not gay. I wouldn't lie to you, I'm not gay. But if I were, I'd tell you I'm not gay. I wouldn't lie to you, and if the world fell apart, I'd be there for you, and I'd fall in love with you, even if I were gay. Even if I were gay.
Hey, everybody. That's Roccolino. I'm Not Gay. And now we're gonna bring on our second guest, Mr. Johnny Parati. Hey, dude.
What's going on?
Is it Parati or Parodi?
Either way,
If you're in Italy, it's Parati. If you're in America, it's Parodi, because the Americans don't know how to speak an Italian name like an Italian name.
So you're Italian.
a little bit, yeah.
So now, how was it when you used to be a woman and now you're a man? Was the change difficult?
Nah, just tucked it back.
So hold on, let's get a proper introduction. Hey, everybody! Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, ghost hunter, producer Johnny Parati. Hello and welcome to the show.
And friend.
And friend, that's right, you guys. And he's the funnest guy ever on Facebook.
And you gotta see him on the set when he plays the pig.
Hammy.
It's hysterical.
You guys, Johnny plays Hammy in the Clown Motel franchise.
And what
He's
they
in all
don't
3
do,
movies.
what they don't do to Hammy, you got to watch the movie. It is really obscene and filthy and dirty and gross, but so funny.
It's hilarious.
right?
Absolutely.
Johnny, what they do to you?
Yeah, it's funny for you guys. Yeah.
I don't know.
He
What
said,
is it?
funny for you guys. Yeah.
No,
So let's
that's so funny for
first
you.
of all, let's go back. So you're from Rochester, but now you live in Las Vegas. How do you like living in Las Vegas?
Oh, I love it here. There's a reason I've never went back home.
There you go. And did you know the Mahal brothers? Or no? Do you
Oh
know them?
yeah, I never worked with them, but I know who they were. I met them a couple times.
Because they live there also, and we have
I
a
heard,
friend
I
Sherry.
heard that our friend is moving to Vegas.
Who's our friend?
Marcel Volz.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, it was on my Facebook page.
Oh, I'll have to look that up and
Yeah,
see.
Marcel and Dominic moving to Las Vegas.
That's cool.
Everybody's moving to Las Vegas. You know, I guess they're all Republicans.
I don't know.
They're moving out of California.
So we have people in the chat room. Say hi to in the chat room. Don's saying hi, Hammy. Everybody loves Hammy. Everybody loves Hammy, and it's actually puts you on the horror movie map because you go out in costume. You go to conventions and sign autographs and stuff in costume, so it makes it a lot of fun. So I enjoy the whole thing, and I think it's a lot of fun. So tell us, how did you get involved in Clown Motel in the first place? Living in New York and everybody else was not there. How did you even meet Joe Kelly and get involved with the whole thing?
So it's actually kind of funny. I had a paranormal show that I was doing, called what was it even called? Life After Death Paranormal. That's what my team was called.
Okay.
And Joe and his buddy Rob Wickman, who lived in Rochester, and Joe Kelly lived in Rochester for a time too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they had reached out to somebody on my team to talk at one of their film festivals, and the guy said no, but he didn't tell any of us. So like a couple weeks went by and I heard about it and I'm like, why would you say no to this? Like it's something to do, get out there. So I called Joe and Rob myself and told them, yeah, I would come, give a presentation on some evidence I had from ghost hunting and some haunted objects I had at the time. And I did it 1 year and became friends with Joe and Rob. I ended up doing it for 3 years with them. And then Joe goes, I want you to come over to my house or Rob's house and film just a small scene for the first Clown Motel. So originally, I was just playing one of the military, and I run on set. I yell, the towel heads are coming, and I get blown up. And that was the first thing we filmed. It was like 2 seconds, and that was it. A couple of weeks go by, and Joe reaches out to me, and he goes, I'm going to be in Rochester again for a convention where he was selling some of his older movies he had made. And I was sitting there, we're talking for a while, and he's like, I'm going to cut that part of the movie out that we filmed with you. I'm like, all right, whatever. I thought it'd be cool to be in a movie, but I was like, whatever. I had no plans to ever do with that. So he's like, no, I want you to be Hammy. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell a Hammy is, but sign me up. I had never seen a script. I had no clue anything about this movie, but he told me he would pay me and he'd fly me out to LA and Vegas. And I was like, I've never been to the West Coast, so sign me up. Let's do it.
And that's how you got in as Hammy.
That is how it started.
Besides the main, like Joe being his character in it, you're probably the most favorite character in the whole movie because of what you do in the movie.
The kids love
like
it.
everybody loves it, and I think
I know the kids all go crazy because they imitate you. They do all your lines and stuff because it's nasty, it's a little dirty, and they love it. Yeah, it's a good character to play. It's a character that you remember.
Yeah, everybody remembers
my
Hammy.
character. Nobody gives a shit about. And I said to Joe when he said, "Will you do the second one?" I said, only if you kill me.
No, the third one. You got killed
the
in
third
the third
one.
one.
I'll do the third one if you kill me. And that's why I was guaranteed he wouldn't ask me to do a fourth. Now he's talking about coming back as ghosts and stuff. So I just said, listen, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I got killed in the
You want
first
to
one.
be typecast as Piggy, all your life.
In the first one, they shot me in the head and killed me.
You got to move on to other things.
So wait, go ahead. What'd you say, Johnny?
In the first movie, they shot me in the head and killed me.
Yeah.
it didn't matter, I guess. 'cause-
No, but didn't you come back as a ghost? No,
No, he just came
Well-
back as a regular clown.
Yeah, Joe doesn't care. He kills you.
No.
He brings you back.
Nope. Once he did the Kickstarter for the movie and realized people wanted me back, he's like, he's back alive. We'll just toss him back in again. Whatever brings the money in, right?
So that was actually though the movie that got you interested in making movies, because before basically you were a ghost hunter.
Yep.
And you have a ghost hunting production company, Gravehouse Productions. But you've done a bunch of movies since you did Clown Motel, because I wrote a whole bunch of them down, and some of them we've seen. I don't know how many Immortal Wars movies are there.
Oh man, there's I want to say there's like 8 possibly, and then
But they've already
spin-offs from
shot
them too.
They've already
Yeah,
shot
he's-
some of them.
I believe so, because there's the Immortal Wars, but then like the Case Paradox that I'm in is part of Immortal Wars, but it's called the Case Paradox. So like total in that universe, I believe there's like 8, maybe more.
We went to the premiere of one of them, and for a low budget film, it actually wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was bad. I don't know which one we went to see though, because you're also in the Immortal Wars Rebirth. And
Oh,
aren't you?
I'm not even sure. So when I filmed, the way that it was weird. So when I filmed the Case Paradox, I was filming Clown Motel 2 at the same time. So I would leave Clown Motel 2 set, and I would head over to Joe Lujan set and film the Case Paradox the same day. So I was just changing my clothes and costume and filming a whole nother movie all at the same time.
See, we did that too.
What movie was Paradise? What was the title of Paradise?
The Case Paradox is one of the Immortal Wars, like a
The
spin-off.
Immortal Wars, Decay's Paradise. So the guy who was the videographer for Clown Motel 2 when we were up in
Yes.
Big Bear, that's Joe Lujan. And he has his own movie called The Immortal Wars, which we went to go see one of the premieres in LA. And he was shooting that at the same time, because that's also the same time that Ron and I shot our little thing in Compatible. We were in the bedroom of the house there, and when you're in Compatible too, right?
That's a good question.
Well,
Yeah,
where
I
is it?
filmed
Wait, where is that?
filmed for Compatible, but I don't know.
Is it out?
Compatible's not out yet. He told me that
I've never seen
He
it.
told me he's sending it. That's because the dumb thing about that is they did a premiere in Colorado. Who the fuck goes to Colorado for a
Right.
premiere?
Yes.
But
And I don't even know if I'm in the movie, because I filmed a scene where I'm supposed to be one of the guys like watching,
Yes,
but I'm a
I do.
pizza shop owner. So I'm wearing a I'm wearing a pizza hat and this dirty smock pizza maker that is a pineapple right in a slice of pizza, and it's supposed to be dirty, and like, you know, I
Oh,
say
yeah,
I'm
it's
like a pizza owner that I've owned it for 69 years and slinging sausage and all this stuff. So I filmed all that, but I have no idea if it's in the movie or not. I
we
don't know whatever
either,
happened.
but we didn't see it.
Jimmy and I were clothed, of course. We were not naked. We were dressed in clothing, but we were in a bed. And Joe said, I'm going to shoot it a lot of ways. Dirty, dirtiest, the filthiest. I said, well, that's up our alley.
I think they used all of them.
Wait, you blew it. See, you got a big fucking mouth. You blew it. You blew the whole thing. Anyway, I said to Joe, which one did you use? He said, we used all of them. I said, how's that? He said, because one was filthier than the other and funnier than the other. I'm dying to see it because I thought they were out. So I said to Sherry Davis, they're not going to use that, Sherry. I thought, we throw it away. That the one I liked was semi-dirty, but he loved the filthiest one.
Well,
one
I
was
ta-
really filthy.
I
and
talked to the
raunchy.
director, and he told me that he's going to have that it hasn't been. They don't have distribution for it yet. I think they're still working it out, but he's going to have copies of the movie made, and he'll send me one when he gets them made.
Well,
So-
nice. You can let me know if I'm in it.
I'll
or
let
not.
you know if you're in it. I love it though because I think it's fun. And then you're also in Clowney, but I don't remember. Well, we only
Where
shot.
were you in
We only
Clowney?
shot in Clowney one day, I think.
We haven't filmed our scenes for Clowney yet.
Oh, because
So-
you're in the altar. You're in the other
Yeah.
world.
I'm in the dream scene. I'm supposed to be a farmer with Sean Phillips. Is the last I was told. and then we haven't filmed any of it yet, so I don't know what's going on with that either.
That's hilarious.
But I want to tip you off on how to get a lot of work. You know how you get a lot of work? Say you're never going to do a horror movie again. Since I announced that I'm not doing these movies ever again, I've gotten more proposals to do these movies.
Everybody
Of
wants
course.
to be in the movie.
And I say, no more. I'm doing legitimate movies like years ago. I want to act. I want to be in a good production. I'm tired of these low budget. I don't know how to describe the movies.
It's tough because I mean, even with Clown Motel 3 and some other ones, I still haven't been fully paid.
Well, if he
And-
does 4, you're in
Nothing
it.
either.
Yeah, and like I'm owed money from that, and like I took time off of my regular job to film these movies, and then when you don't get paid, it really screws you.
Oh no, I get paid.
Uh,
I'm an actor.
Well,
no,
I
no,
mean
Saying he hasn't been paid yet, and neither
when
have
it doesn't
Oh,
fully come through.
I understand
Yes.
he's in trouble, but he owes us a lot of money. And I know he'll pay eventually. So
Yeah.
we shouldn't even discuss this.
And my
because-
thing, that's why I go back towards the paranormal stuff now. So after we filmed Clown Motel, I was in a pretty bad car accident, and I have a brain injury now. I have spinal injuries, and I can't remember lines anymore, like at all. I can't remember a lot of things. So yeah, it makes movies pretty hard though. So that's why I'm going more towards the paranormal.
he wears a hearing aid, and I take the phone and I feed
He
him the
feeds
lines.
me the beginning.
He knows the line, but he has trouble at the beginning of it.
No, my trouble is I know the line, but I don't know where it belongs. And if the other actor who's a schmuck, one of these pay to plays, they don't know how to deliver a line. They stand there and they wait for me to say my line so they can say their line, but their line should have come before my line. I just
Yeah.
find their unprofessionalism frustrating.
it makes it
and
hard.
It doesn't make me look good. I
No,
don't.
it's tough when it's a lot of pay to play, and it's a big issue because I don't want to put down these people that are paying for roles, but
I do.
they're
put them-
only paying for
put
roles.
them
They're not
down.
actors, and
Right,
they're
they're not
out-
any good.
No,
they
listen,
tell
I'm-
everyone they're actors, but you're not acting. You're an ATM machine.
I
Like,
mean, I'm 64 years in the business, stage as well as film and TV, okay? When I work, the professionalism shows because it has to. It's there.
Mhm.
You did it for 64 years. And if I have some moron that's standing there immature and not working, I look like I'm overplaying. I look like I'm trying to grandstand the whole scene. And so I have to cut back. And if I cut back, I look like the amateur that he is. And I refuse
Yep.
to do that. I refuse. So
I totally get it because like when we filmed the bedroom scene with Hammy in the third Clown Motel, I'm supposed to run in, deliver a line, jump to the bed, and then other people are supposed to follow behind me. But the following behind me is 95% pay to play people, and I'm running in and I'm delivering my line, and they're running me over to get in front of the camera. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're all going to be on camera. Relax. And some of them they want to be stars so bad that I don't know. It drives me crazy with some of them. But then we also had some that did really well. I will say, like John Swango, who played one of the military
Like
that
him. Nice guy. I like him.
who?
he did
Swango.
amazing. I think he's a great guy. He's a real good friend of mine. He lives out here in Pahrump. But I think he did great as like a first time person.
The first day that we were on set and we went to that hotel and ate breakfast, and he was sitting at the table next to us and
Okay.
we talked with
Oh,
him.
he's very nice.
Very nice
Very
guy.
nice guy.
Mhm.
Very nice.
So wait, let's real quick, you guys, because we're not going to play this again until the movie comes out, maybe. But we're going to play the premiere, the trailer for Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell, because Ron's in it, Johnny's in it, and so you guys can look for Hammy and look for General Milan, because we're not going to play this again. But since we have you on, we're going to play it. So here it is, everybody. Check out the trailer for Clown Motel 3 Ways to Hell.
To fulfill your ancestors' separation of the human world and the clown moved first.
You came to steal our gold, so I'm going to steal your soul.
What's the verdict?
We have 12 missing military members.
Rivers, you can do it.
General, are you saying one last rescue mission?
We have one shot at this. Let's make it count.
We go from Silent Hill to killer clowns from outer space.
Welcome to the Clown Motel.
Ever hear of the blood moon ritual?
The transformation was a success.
Now go get me those sacrifices. I love you.
You see, the queen was chosen.
Welcome to the Clown Motel.
Acid?
I love it actually. I know that these are low budget movies, but I really enjoy the whole franchise. I think it's a lot of fun. One of the things that I think is the best though that really helps sell it is the artwork. I mean, the posters for every movie are spot on. They make you want to go watch the movie whether you like the movie or not. And I think you guys are both great in the movie.
Oh, come on.
And and you're right about John Swango. He was such a nice guy. And didn't he go and make his own movie right after that? He's already made his own movie.
He went and he was part of Desert Fiends 2.
Oh, I thought he actually did a movie too. Desert Fiends is a good movie too. They got a lot of big stars in that.
I believe he was the EP on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. So you have another film called 'Twas the Night, and that's actually a Christmas movie. I think it's a Christmas movie, right?
It's a Christmas horror movie by Joe Lujan.
So Joe Lujan, you guys, going back to our earlier conversation, is the guy who did the Immortal Wars Rebirth. So tell us a little bit about it, because we got the trailer and we might as well play it since it's Christmas.
Okay, so it's kind of supposed to remind you of what Christmas is about and what could happen if you don't follow what Christmas is. So it has Krampus. I play the killer gingerbread man. We have a killer elf and Jack Frost.
I love
so it's kind of story of this little girl who wasn't necessarily taking Christmas how it was supposed to be, and something happened to her sisters, and then the people who captured them apparently were getting punished now by us. Yeah, I guess that's kind of.
I have a 7-foot animatronic Krampus in my collection that I freaking love. All right, everybody. So this is called 'Twas the Night, a new film by Joe Lujan. I think it's on Tubi, or where's it? It's on someplace, right?
I think it's on Tubi, Amazon. There's a few different places it's on, I believe.
So it's called 'Twas the Night, you guys, and Joe Lujan is Lujan. So check out the trailer. We'll be right back. Enjoy.
Why this night? I don't want to work on Christmas Eve. It's the one night everyone is focused on parties and Christmas gifts and all of that crap. So, it's the one night we can move undetected.
Why are you doing this?
You know why.
When I was younger, my parents told me and my sister these Christmas stories about Santa's little helpers.
It looks fun. I like the Gingerbread Man. Have you ever?
That is a terrible, terrible preview. It is so fucking dark. I couldn't see shit. Where were you?
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Where were you? I couldn't see you in the dark.
He was the Gingerbread Man.
They gotta lighten up, you know.
Ron hates it. We were watching. What were we watching? Oh, on Apple TV, we're watching the second season of that thing that takes place in Palm Beach or whatever.
With
And
Carol Burnett.
and it's so dark. Like this, all the scenes are so dark. He's just like, I can't even like watch this. Like that's like a new thing that Hollywood's doing, where they make
it's
everything
called low key shooting.
I agree. It makes it really hard to see. In
Yeah,
my
I-
opinion, I feel the same way.
Listen, you lose the value of the set. The set costs a lot of money. And if you don't use the set because it's dark, what was the point? So you have to lighten up. It doesn't work. Actors don't need lighting to make them better. A good actor doesn't need lighting.
So let's just plug you as a paranormal investigator. Your company again, Gravehouse Productions. You guys can follow his company on Instagram. It's Gravehouse __ Productions _LV_2. And so you've been on different paranormal TV shows, Paranormal Crossroads Live, My Paranormal Nightmare, Ghost Detectives. And are you allowed to tell everybody that you're gonna eventually be on that other show or not?
Yeah. Yeah. They said I could, just can't say the location, I guess.
Okay, so he's also, you guys, he's also going to be on an episode of Ghost Adventures, which is the biggest paranormal show in the world. So that's a really big deal. That's fun. I've actually met all those guys at a convention. They were really nice. Many, like 20 years, like probably 20 years ago. That show's been on for a long time, right?
Yeah, they're on like I think season 30 of the regular show.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Which means we could segue into our comic book is out for sale.
That's right. It's on Amazon, you guys. Celebrity Ghost Hunters.
Celebrity Ghost Hunters. It really happened. We all went to the crazy house on Long Island that was closed 40 years ago. And it was spooky as all hell, and things happened. And they thought it was so good, they made a comic book. And thank you for making me look 30. When we got the comic book, I said, oh, there's Jimmy, there's Eileen. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, no. Yeah, right.
40 years ago.
So you've done a bunch of horror movies, and I guess horror and sci-fi. Do you like horror movies? Like before you actually ever made a horror movie, did you watch horror movies?
So when I was young, I was terrified of horror movies. But as I got older, it's weird. So when I was like around 9, 10 years old, I lived in a really haunted house. And I was terrified. And that show, My Paranormal Nightmare, it's on Travel Channel, but it's a show that they actually filmed. They interviewed me and my brother and had us talk about our experience as kids growing up in a haunted house. And then they did the reenactments of it.
That's
But
cool.
after going through that for a few years, it got me into horror movies and more into the paranormal, because I wanted to know like what the hell was going on and causing it. So that's kind of like what started me. But when I was real little, I was terrified. I wanted no part of paranormal horror movies, none of that stuff at all.
Ron lived in a haunted house when he was in Boca. His house was haunted.
No.
What are you talking about?
It
No.
wasn't haunted. We had a ghost.
That's haunted.
No.
It was a friendly ghost.
He came, he had pajamas on, and he'd run from the bedroom to the living room and disappear. And a lot of people saw him. He was all grayish and whatever.
Yeah, but didn't he knock over a dresser?
We don't know.
Oh, yeah. So like a 500-pound dresser just knocked over by
No,
itself.
it wasn't a 500. Make up stories.
It was a big-ass heavy
First
dresser.
of all, I had a 300-pound dog who kicked furniture around, and Scooby kicked it over because he was barking at somebody outside the door. It was in a foyer, entry foyer. And he kicked it over. It was not. My kids like to make it a ghost, so I made it a ghost.
Okay. But you really did see a ghost, right?
I saw somebody in pajamas, an old man, a skinny little old hunched over man in pajamas, run from the bedroom to the living room.
So what are some of your favorite horror movies?
The one I started and grew up with was Halloween with Michael Myers. That was probably always my favorite growing up, just because I liked how it was until it got crazy where they started shooting him and he was alive and chopped his head off and he came back to life.
Right.
But in
The
the
first couple,
original ones, it was always to me just very regular. He walked everywhere. He didn't run, but he always ended up where he had to be, and it was just very realistic to me. And I always thought that that's something that could happen. So that one always was my favorite and scared me the most. And then getting to meet and work with Tony Moran, who was one of the first Michael Myers
he was the first
on
Michael
Clown
Myers.
Motel. That was pretty cool, getting to meet him and hang out for a little bit.
The one that got me growing up was When a Stranger Calls, because stuff like that could really happen, where somebody's hiding in your
Yeah.
house and kills the kids and stuff. So my parents though wouldn't let me see any of those movies. My dad didn't like any movies that kids got hurt, so I didn't get to see any of them until I went off to college, and then I saw The Exorcist and When a
So that's
Stranger
why you're
Calls,
such a pussy.
and yeah, and stuff like When a Stranger Calls. Halloween was a good one. I'm a big Hellraiser fan because we've had all the people from Hellraiser on here, and Clive Barker.
And would you
hung
believe
out
I've
with.
never seen one of them? I've never seen a Halloween or any of the movies that speaking of. I find them stupid, a waste of time, and no talent. As far as the acting goes, or the script, or the writing, it's just
No, the first two were good.
it's just bullshit. It's chop them, scare them, and hit them, and stab them in blood. That's not a movie to me. That satisfies the minds of demented people.
which is
There you
almost
go.
everybody,
There
because
you
I
go.
love them. I like
the ones that are more psychological and go more like deep into things. It's kind of why I like a lot of the paranormal and I like a lot of the Conjuring ones, even
Yeah, the
though
Conjurings are good.
Now,
the last Conjuring they've gone so far off the walls.
I didn't
of
see
the
it.
actual story. Like with me, so I spoke with Lorraine Warren before she passed away, and Tony Sparrow, her son-in-law, has helped me with some of the cases and stuff I dealt with when I was a little younger. But if they stuck to the actual case and what happened, it's terrifying enough. But then Hollywood takes that and sensationalizes it so insane that the story's not believable anymore. And to me,
There's
I
no
mean, that's
story.
just I hate that they do that. Stick
Yeah,
to
I don't
the
like that
scary.
either.
You
Yeah.
know what? A good movie was Poltergeist.
The first one.
The first one. I loved Poltergeist because it was interesting. It had a good script, and the actors were fabulous. The photography was great for the time, and it was worthy.
The remake was terrible.
But the movies that I'm in, I had to tell you, as I'm doing them, I'm vomiting, and then when I have to see them, I puke twice again. They're stupid. I'm so embarrassed. I really would have preferred to stay on stage. I was a star when I was on stage, but in movies that I do now, just terrible.
So let's go to a
They're all
hypothetical.
awful. Every one of them are awful.
Because no, they're not all awful.
Which one was good?
The Beast Inside is pretty good.
No, it's not.
And the one where you play the preacher, Like except
No,
for
it's
certain
not.
parts of it, it's not.
No, they're all.
Well, he's comparing things because he likes old movies from the 50s and
No,
60s.
I don't
and
like
stuff.
old movies from the 50s. I like the movies I did when I was young. I like the movies that people watch again today. The movies I'm in, I don't think they ever play, number one. And if they do play, I don't think people see them twice. So there's no classics. There's no, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Clown Motel has a
I
huge
am an
following.
actor. I am a good actor. I am able to transcend from who I am to the character. I have that magic ability, okay? I'm theater trained. I've been on stage for years. And I just am not, I'm caught in a groove that I don't want to be in. With all amateurs, today they're garbage man, tomorrow they're making a movie, they're producers.
That's true. They pay for it and they don't know how to do it. I actually reached out to someone to work on a film.
I'm a professional. I could spot a phony a mile away. So when I go to a production, I know who's who and who can do what.
Dawn in the chat room says she watched Clown Fear 3 times. She said she loved it. So there you go.
You need a fix, honey. You need a fix.
So anyway,
I was surprised.
Go ahead.
I was surprised how far Clown Motel has came. Because like when I did the conventions, I was invited as a guest to Nightmare in Vegas convention, and then last year we did Days of the Dead, and like Clown Motel 2 was never seen by anybody, but so all these people that are coming to our table are just from Clown Motel 1, and it's years later, and I have them coming up, and they're wanting an autographed picture from me, they're wanting to take pictures with me in costume, and they're like, your scenes were iconic, the movie was great. And in my head, I'm just like, I thought it was semi-terrible.
Since I changed gears and made the announcement, I'm not doing those shitty ones, I've gotten scripts that are out of this world. My one script that I can't wait to shoot, and we're shooting soon, is Saving Paradise. It's a fabulous script, fabulous part.
More like a Hallmark movie, but it's really
It's
good.
really, it's going to show my ability as an actor. And the other one is O Negative. O Negative, I play a vampire, but not the traditional vampire, a very normal vampire who has a daughter, and he's teaching his daughter how to be a vampire. So he takes her to an enchanted land of enchanted people. It's very, 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 very good script.
Wait, I want to say something because, like, I was working.
I have one more that I'm doing.
Hurry, because we got 2 minutes. We don't have time for this. So I reached out to someone because somebody on my team wanted me to reach out to a person who had 167 producer credits to come on board to help us with the film because we wanted to use someone in his family. And so I got on the phone and I spoke to him, and talked to him about becoming a producer on the film. And he literally told me, I have no idea how to produce a film. I bought every one of those credits. I don't know how to do a single thing, so I really couldn't come on if you want me to actually produce it. He's like, I couldn't actually do it.
That's why movies today
And that's why movies today are not any good, because these people don't really have any experience and they don't know how to do anything at all.
Nope. They're ATM machines.
Jennifer James, my bud, she wrote one of them. It's a great script. Why? Because Jennifer's from the olden days.
Yeah, she's been making movies.
She knows
for
how to make
60
a
years.
movie like we did in the 50s and 60s.
I love it. So you guys, you can follow Johnny Parati. He's at Gravehouse_Productions_LV_2. You can't really get him on Facebook because he's different. But I love watching everything that you post on Facebook, and I'm so happy to know you, and I'm so happy that the Clown Motel thing was going through. Let us know when you start doing some more ghost hunting stuff, and you can tag me on Instagram because you'll get a lot more views of things if you tag me. And
Okay. I definitely want to let you guys. I want you guys to join me somewhere out here too.
Absolutely, and I want you to please give your fiance, right? Because you're not married, or you are married.
It's been 18 years. We're basically married.
Okay, so
yeah.
Joanne, right? Joanne or Joanna? Joanne.
Joanne, yeah.
We wish you and Joanne and the dog a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for coming on, and enjoy yourselves. Please give her our best, and we'll see you soon.
Happy Thanksgiving, Johnny.
Happy Thanksgiving. And happy
too.
Thanksgiving to everybody else out there in like
Yes, enjoy
TV
the
land.
birds.
Enjoy.
And if you don't like somebody, wish them this: their teeth falls out on Thanksgiving.
We have a lot of those. All right, bye everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
Jimmy,
See ya.
Yeah, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you